I guess when it rains, it pours. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. I'm going to talk about David Ayers' Suicide Squad. Well, maybe more like James Gunn is talking about David Ayers' Suicide Squad. Then we got our first look at Jason Momoa's hair on Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Over on Instagram, did the director of Batgirl actually kind of confirm who may be the Commissioner Gordon for that world? And of course, we gotta talk about The Flash, because there's a lot more things coming out of it. We know who the visual effects supervisor is, more looks at Batfleck on the Bat bike in the new Bat suit. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then finally, are we hinting at Henry Cavill Superman? Let's talk about Suicide Squad. Now, more specifically, let's talk about David Ayers' Suicide Squad. Now, David Ayers still has a cut of his Suicide Squad that hasn't come out yet, but the conversation has been growing as we get closer and closer to James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Kevin McCarthy had a recent interview with James Gunn himself, and he asked the question about David Ayers' cut.
And the support you've given to David Ayer over these years has been really amazing, because I think David Ayer is a phenomenal filmmaker, and I hope one day that we can see his cut. And you tweeted something the other day I thought was really interesting. You said that kind of what he went through in that process kind of helped pave the way for you to be able to make this movie. And I'm wondering if you could elaborate on that, and have you seen his cut? And I mean, in terms of will you keep championing it to come out at some point?
I haven't seen David's cut. We've talked a lot about it. We've talked. He's told me exactly what happened with everything. And, a lot of the people at the studio are different people than who were there when his movie was happening. But I do think that Warner Brothers they have traditionally been the studio that supports the director. That's
100%.
Who they have always been. And so I think that has been sort of a glitch with some of that stuff that was happening in the overall history of Warner Brothers. And so, of course, they're sensitive to criticism, just like, anybody would be. It's a studio, but it's also made up of human beings who, in my experience, have been some of the best people I've worked with in this industry. If not the very best, from the studio side. These are great people. So I think that, of course, they're going to be sensitive to that. And I think it makes them even more likely to be incredibly supportive of me because of what happened. So I don't dismiss, David's experience at all with that. And I'm grateful for everything he's done for me. He's been just a completely stand-up great guy from the beginning, from the moment it was announced I was doing this movie. And I really love him. I think he's a fantastic person.
Well, James, thank you very much.
That's awesome. James Gunn continues to support David Ayer. David Ayer also showing support and love back to James Gunn. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers at that time didn't show much respect or even gave David Ayer that much creativity as they're giving James Gunn. But hopefully we'll still get to see David Ayer's cut one day. Maybe after all the noise that the James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is getting. Maybe after that, we'll get more. Or I guess we'll still have to wait for Discovery. Let's talk about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The King has returned from his trailer. Now, there he is. And this was not shot before. As you see, the trailer says right there, Arthur, that's definitely him. And look, oh, okay, so he's not totally blonde. Blonde highlights once again. I know a lot of people were freaking out about that, like, oh my god, he's gonna be blonde. But no, he's probably just gonna look exactly like how he looked in the first Aquaman and Zack Snyder's Justice League. But since he's there, I'm not sure how much more we're gonna get from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. All these DC films are shooting around the same time. But maybe we'll get a shot at I don't know, maybe they'll have a new suit. Maybe they'll have Mera come on board. Maybe we'll have some shots of Mera or Black Manta or Orm himself. But I'm sure they're going to save all that once again for DC fandom. Now let's talk a little bit about Batgirl. Leslie Grace is our new Batgirl, and that was a big news that dropped last week. On the question on everybody's mind, or maybe just my mind, that which world does she inhabit? Who's going to be her father? Commissioner Gordon. Now, with her casting, it's probably easy to say, oh, okay, Jeffrey Wright's going to be the Commissioner Gordon. But, I mean, come on. The other Commissioner Gordons could be her dad as well. Maybe her mom's Latina. I don't know. But get this. An artist put on Instagram a picture of Leslie Grace as Batgirl saying, "Dad, I need your help." And look who's on the bottom. J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. I'll get my coat. Okay, well, that's not exactly a shot from him as Commissioner Gordon. That was him all bulked up and huge and really looking good in the Tomorrow War. The caption says, please bring back J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordon. And guess who liked it? The director himself, Adil El Arbi, one of the directors of Batgirl, liked that picture, and all of a sudden, we're all like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, he just liked it, but he liked that one. Like, it's that picture. And I'm like, okay, this could be going somewhere. And that could definitely mean that it's quite possibly this is going to be J.K. Simmons' Batflick world, the current DCEU, and Batgirl is going to be from that universe. Okay, that's great. That's kind of awesome. But we'll have to wait and see, because this is not really confirming anything. And he maybe just liked the picture. Maybe he liked the picture of the fan manip of Leslie Grace as Batgirl. She looks fabulous. So I don't know yet. But this gives us a little hope. Speaking of the current DCEU, where Batflick inhabits as the Batman for that world, Ben Affleck's going to return as Batman for the Flash movie. Now, I'm not sure if he's there yet. He's stunt doubles there. He's taking a lot of pictures on his bike and his new Batsuit, and it looks really awesome. And today was incredible. We've had shots, we've had video. It's amazing. We get to see Batflick in action in the suit. Now, I have to emphasize that, in the suit. Not many people said that Ben Affleck was going to return in the suit. I think a lot of different scoopers, or, supposed scoopers and rumors from Reddit said that Ben Affleck was not going to be in the suit. He's not going to be Batman. He's just going to have a minor role. That's what they were saying. Well, they were dead wrong. He's definitely in the suit. And yeah, that's not Ben Affleck, but they were saying that the character wasn't going to be in the suit. The character is in the suit, and he's doing an action scene. It's an action scene. And the only one person was right about that, and that was Scoot, the guy who works in the film industry. Another thing cool about the Flash movie is that, I wonder how this thing is going to look, because the visual effects supervisor has been revealed. The visual effects supervisor is Andrew Lockley. He is known for Tenet, Interstellar, and Inception. In fact, he won 3 Academy Awards. Whoa! Oh, they mean business with this Flash movie. Not only the actors are heavy hitters, you got a visual effects supervisor that's a heavy hitter, and he's also going to be working with Brian Hirota and DJ, the Snyder crew. But let's get back to the Batflick 1 second. There's some new shots of him on the bike, and it appears to be, at least in these 2 pictures, that he has white glowing eyes. Is this going to be our next live action depiction of Batman with the white eyes? Because the first time was Christian Bale as the Dark Knight, and then you've been in Batman v Superman. Maybe with the lights on the bike and the glowing eyes, it's so that they can turn these scenes into a nighttime shot? And then upon a closer inspection on some other shots, it looks like maybe they're just goggles instead. But if they could illuminate white, that'd be kind of cool. And this bike is massive. And some have said this is a reference to the White Knight Bat Cycle. Yeah, it does look like that. But also cool on the set of The Flash is I got a very blurry shot of the storyboards. Time to zoom in. Well, I can't see anything. Well, they're starting the shoot in Glasgow, and so if this is the start of that shoot, I'm wondering what else is going to happen this week. And looking at the Flash Film News, with their tease of Flash with the lightning symbol, I'm just going to say maybe we're going to finally get to see the star of the movie, which it's titled The Flash, finally in his full costume. Because all we've seen were concept art so far, we haven't actually seen him in the actual suit. Now remember I told you about Scoot? Well, he kind of dropped something today that's like, Now, like I said, Scoot was right about the whole bat flick and the bat suit. Probably going to have a substantial role. Let's check out what he said next. What? Just you wait. No.
Don't give me hope.
Better not be alive. Well, you were right about the Batman. Now, Dwayne The Rock Johnson says that Black Adam is wrapped and everything, but, we've heard from the other cast member that no, it's not wrapped. They're still doing some stuff. And now, Danny Garcia gives another update about Black Adam.
Final cut of Black Adam.
Oh my gosh, I love how you made that switch. We haven't wrapped yet, so we still have a few more weeks. We have.
I thought you wrapped because Dwayne.
So that's kind of a wrap. Black Adam wrapped. But we've got a lot of really good things going on that actually will continue in LA. So it'll be a little beat. It'll be a beat, but it's going to be a good one.
I cannot wait.
I cannot wait.
Oh, it's not wrapped. And she's hinting that they're going to do some really cool things in LA. Really? Well, what's in LA, I wonder? You know, did Henry Cavill show up? That's just me crossing all fingers. I mean, that would be fantastic. If Scoot is hinting at Henry Cavill's going to show up pretty soon, I don't know if he's talking about the Flash movie, his own movie, or in the Black Adam movie, which, you know, is honestly probably the best scenario for Henry Cavill to show up. Looks like the band is definitely getting back together. But boy, it's getting hot in here. Seriously, like Henry Cavill may be back, Batflick's back, Ezra Miller's back as the Flash, Aquaman's back, Gal Gadot's gonna be back as Wonder Woman maybe in a few years. Just missing one more. And I'm hoping that one day Ray Fisher can return as Cyborg.